And I am live. Good evening, everybody. I don't know, this always looks like I got a black eye. I probably feel like I got one today. And let's make sure I'm getting out on the other side here. Why am I still up? Because I'm on very late tonight. Yes, I am live on the other side. I had to put a little time in it work today. I'll recap my day. How you doing, Mew? I'll recap my day a little bit. A little late night jiving here tonight. I got nothing particular I need to talk about. It was a day of taking it real easy through the first part of the day. Hey, Dawn Marie, Kim Fisher, Jackie Blue. Hello, Riza. Um, this morning, last night, I'm gonna tell you, hello, your main girl. I felt like shit. I'm not gonna kid you guys, man. It was a kind of a tough night, but as the day went on today, by about 3 o'clock today, I was feeling good enough to get in a couple hours at work until about 9 o'clock tonight. So I thought I would come live. Yeah, I'm fine. I got just the response I wanted to get, just the response I expected with the second dose of the vaccine. So just be prepared. Yeah, thank you, Dawn, sweetie pie. Hi, Tammy. How are you? My world in OKC. Just the response that you want to have. Okay. And I mean, it's uncomfortable for, 12 hours, 15 hours, but it passes. My swelling is all gone. The pain has virtually disappeared from my arm. The feeling of a slight bit of being somewhat like a fever, but not quite sweating my ass off last night has passed. Didn't feel like really eating stuff. I've not been on a lot. Do you have black eyes? Yeah, what's going on? Don't I look like I got whacked out? Probably no sleep last night. I think it's always the way that the hair hangs down there. So make sure to hit the thumbs up, of course. Thank you. How you doing, Lottie? Lottie da, yeah, I'm on late tonight. I thought I would just pop on for a little late night shenanigans. I'm waiting for the Johnson and Johnson one shot. No problem with that. I now have that. I am on the now on the east side of getting that done. Right, we're starting on the west side with the first dose. We make it to the east coast with the second dose, and I am officially done. I probably overdid it a little bit yesterday afternoon with the Hillbilly Repair Shop when I did some repair work on the lawnmower, and ended about 8 o'clock last night, 10 o'clock when I signed off of here. It just really, my joints were aching, and I'm not one to usually talk about health crap, but that was a hell of a deal. So thought you had a well. No, no, no. I just called. I figured I better go live before. Hey, JK, that's good. No problem at all, JK. We got something nice from the Z crew here for you to pick up at your convenience. I don't hassle people. And good to see you, JK. Good morning, P2E. Good for you for getting the vaccine. Hey, Bunny, how are you? Archimedes, girl. Hey, camp goer, how you doing? I like Archimedes, girl. Hey there, sexy people. I love the way I hang in other chats when I'm doing work, and I'm just kind of lurking. And how do you say that? Archimedes or whatever. Obviously, people never had physics or whatever in high school. Archimedes principles, right? A buoyant force displaces its own weight. And the second theorem is a submerged object displaces its own volume. Okay, Archimedes principle. How you doing, E-Will? These shots ain't no joke. Love you too, JK. Always, and give the beautiful Harmony a big hug for me. So hopefully I'll be seeing JK. I did, hi Jody, how are you? I did hear from the boss today. We had some discussions. Um, as you know, neither the boss nor I have ever done laminate flooring before, although we bring a certain skill set with tools and a little bit of craftsmanship to a job. I was doing some research on doing these. We have to do the steps, right? what a showpiece, right? The steps, and I'm researching the work that's got to be done, and I'm thinking to myself, holy smokes, man, there'll be plenty of yelling down there. Coming up, hey Mark Dodge, how are you? Good, yeah, I'm hanging in there. Hi Sharon, how are you? The the worst for me is it's over now, guys. It's over. So have no fear. Exactly how you want it to be. And I'm going to stress that again. And the thing I resisted, although my arm was bulged out yesterday, I resisted taking any anti inflammatories. And they do suggest that you do not take them when you have the vaccine because they can potentially blunt the immune system response to what's going on. So I managed to do just fine with some acetaminophen. I didn't sleep well last night, but I imagine I'll sleep well tonight. But having that response is exactly what you want to have to set up and supercharge your body's defenses. So I feel good. I feel great at having had that done. Yeah, the steps got to be heavy duty. They've got to be the right way. And the thing with those steps, I don't want to get technical, but JK is a builder. A lot of these original build out models, they give you a choice of finishes you want. Most people go with just the basic, right? And they're going to just put some hammer some OSB in or whatever, some composite composition board, and they're going to roll carpet down the step. And if you want to convert that later to laminate, they have like an inch and a half lip on the front of them that has to either be built out below or you have to cut that lip. I mean, it's a lot of damn things. You coming on this late made me nervous, like I feel when my son calls me after. I had to make a few dollars today, and about 4 o'clock or so, I tootled off to work. I felt well enough to get back in the main street, and I feel good. I mean, I feel great that that's behind me. I would encourage anybody, if you're on the fence to get it done, 12, maybe, 12 hours, 15 hours of feeling very, I don't really run fevers. I run about 97 degrees is my body temperature. But, a few hours of discomfort to me, now this is just for me, was worth the safety factor of having gotten it done. And I did want to fill you guys in. We do have the table saw. We do have the table saw. We're ready to go. Hey, Kiki. Hey, Brian. Yeah, prayers to JK and the mama to be. Yeah, I'm happy. Smash that like. I hope you're feeling better. Thank you, Mark Terry. You don't have to hide in the bushes. When are you supposed to go back and finish the job? As I said last night, when you can tell I'm peppy tonight, okay? I'm all fired up. I'm in a good mood, right? I got that shit behind me. I got my vaccine passport. I'm happy, ready to go. I don't think the boss is too used to having contractors. He gets spoiled. Painters come in, they knock off the job, painted the whole damn house in 2 days, primed and painted. Bring the crew in, 5 guys. Boom! First day priming, second day painting. But the higher, as I said last night, the higher you go up on the skill set of trades, the more they ain't going to stay there and finish the job. And I'm sure JK can attest to this. And when I worked as a framing carpenter, same experience. You would see people come in. They would, let's say tile setters, they would come in. They would do a good day's effort, about half the job. And then they're like, it's like the desert. Where in the hell did they go? And they're going out and giving somebody else a half a job the next day, and then somebody else a half a job the next day. And they told the boss, they did the tile work Monday and Tuesday, what did they do? Tuesday and Wednesday of last week. And they told the boss they may get it done. They may get to it this weekend. Because they're already booked for next week. They can't come back for next week. So I don't know. 4 score. Do you always have to carry something? Hey, Charlie Brown. Hey, Davin says, do you always have to carry something with you now to show that you had the vaccine? There's no requirement that anybody be vaccinated. We still live in a country where we do have the freedom of choice, which I fully support. There's a lot of people out there that have chosen not to get the vaccine, to study it for a while, to let it get out in the general pop for a while, and that's fine. But there's no requirement that you have to have it done. And there's also no requirement that you need to carry the vaccine passport, which is just a card from the Center of Disease Control that has the dates that you had the immunizations done, and it also is signed off. It tells the exact lot number, the vial number that the dose came out of. It's very important for tracing purposes. Now, let's say I want to go to Hawaii. If I want to go to Hawaii, which I do, and I want to go today, I have to quarantine for 10 days. But they are studying whether people that have been vaccinated are in fact not carriers of COVID. It's still under study. It's an important thing. Therefore, that vaccine passport will be important for skipping things like quarantines and things like that. But that will be done on a state by state level. So no requirement to have that. In addition, when you finish, hey, how you doing, Patricia? When you finish the vaccine, they do give you also something they send to your phone that you can download. Keep it on your phone. It is your official vaccine passport, and you can put that into your archive that in your Gmail or your important things on there. So it is important. Thank you, Miss Fix It, Elaine. I appreciate that. Let's get the vaccine. Let's get back to normal. I'd love to be in Hawaii, and there might be. Hey, Rhonda, how you doing? There might be a short window where the Rosie girl can slide in kind of cheap right before you get up to the $250 a night. That's no bueno, man. That ain't gonna happen over there. But I'm just thinking if I can be on the early wave of getting in there, might be a good thing. Did you ask your standard question to boss about, are you happy? Boss cracks me up every time, especially when he says no. I think for the first 9 years I knew the boss. I don't think he ever said yes. I'm happy, which was kind of funny. But he is a happy guy, and he's got a heart of gold. And he's continuing to work on putting some molding on bathroom floors and things like that. Hello, Justin. Hey, Judy. Yeah. Hana Faka Aki Ali Oli. Do I need the shot to go to Hawaii if in the States? Look, right now, there's nothing special about getting the vaccination. There's no put you at the head of the line for anything. Okay, it's just some countries may require to be vaccinated before you're allowed to enter the country, and it's on a country by country level, and you'll need your vaccine passport to do that. But as far as I know, in this country, there's no requirement that's been lifted for a need to quarantine, and no place is stricter than Hawaii has been, because it's easy to trace you when you come into the airport. They're going to ask you where you're staying, and some local yokel is going to call the hotel, and the hotel is going to be watching. They're going to have eyes out there to see if you're leaving, and people have been arrested, and people have been prosecuted over there for cheating quarantine. Let's see. Mark Dodge said my mom had her first shot at 66. She felt the flu weakness type. Yeah, I felt pretty good. McDave says I'm Bahama bound this summer. However, it means we got to get these numbers down and keep them going down. The direction is good. Now, Mark Terry, what is it? You think Lolly's going to pay for a vacation? Really? Lolly was very kind to me with a donation the other night. And I've always gotten along great with Lolly. If you give respect, you get respect, in my opinion. Boz, how you doing, sweetie pie? You riding solo? I am. I'm riding solo on the Rancho, right? I was thinking about the tough situation that Boston Kitty Cat was in. Don't know if anybody saw her situation, but God bless, a little domestic dust up there. And it just tore my guts out this morning to hear her uh, crying when she got back to her apartment and stuff. I felt like, well, maybe I should invite her to the rancho up there. But in all seriousness, God bless Boston Kitty Cat. I know you don't watch my channel, but God bless you. Hey, Tupac, how you doing? I was listening to Tupac today, too. Man, you're funny as hell. I didn't know if you ever told me if you caught anything ice fishing at all. I want a special treatment for taking that damn shot. Okay, so far so good, Joey D. Just take it easy. Probably early in the morning or whatever, but you may be fine. Give Rosie if it helps Rosie and the channel in general. Thank you, JK. Thank you. Wow, JK's pimping for the channel. I love BKK. Yeah, so I was in there, Dawn Marie, and my heart's always moved. You know, um, Rosie's a lover. Okay, Rosie's a lover. And I like to see people in love, and I don't like to see when things go south. I'm not going to get into the specifics. I wasn't there. I got no concept about things. But when you can see somebody that's so visibly shaken by that, it cannot help but touch your heart. And you know, just hope that things improve. I think Lolly is great. I mean, I enjoy Lolly. I really do. Lolly is like the pepper. It's like the spice on the situation around here, right? BKK was hurt emotionally so bad. Feel terrible. I did. Hi Vicky. Thank you for texting me, honey. Um, yeah, so thoughts and prayers for BKK as she gets on and restructures her life. I don't really know the guy. I've never really followed the guy. That's not to shade the guy. It's just I've known Boston Kitty Cat for a few years just by being occasionally on panels and side chats with her. And I like her spunk. I like her New England spirit, that indomitable spirit of New England. So she's always kind of touched my heart. Good evening. Thank you, Yilva. Thank you for your kindness. I appreciate that. Lovely Yilva is in the chat tonight. Always good success with breaking in. It was genuine. You can't. Yeah, it was genuine, authentic. Yeah, I'm doing much better tonight, Joey D. When I got off of that hangout last night, I went off the rails. Okay, 4 o'clock in the morning. You know, should I check myself into Memorial Hospital tonight? No, just my joints were achy. I woke up about 5 o'clock, I'm sweating like a pig, and I'm like, God, what? Here we go, you know. And then by about 3 o'clock this afternoon, I was feeling, I'm back to my chipper self again tonight. It was good. Hey, Rachella, how are you? Grandpa Jay broke his hip. Oh my goodness, this guy has gone through so much. You know, he's always a staple of G Mango's, his panel, and God bless and a shout out for Grandpa Jay. He's always a regular. He's always a. And it's no fun to break your hip. I remember a couple of years ago when Bobby, his little dog Link, is a little fireball, and I don't know, 4 o'clock in the morning or 2 in the morning, Bobby had to let the dog out the whiz, and then Bobby tripped over the dog and laid there in agonizing pain for 2 hours till a neighbor finally heard at like 6 a.m. or something to come and get the call. And Bobby had to go through all that crap too. Chris said he may be heading your way, given things didn't work out. It's fine by me, McDave. I've had a lot of, hey hipster, I've had a lot of guests on the Rancho. I don't buy into the back baggage of things. I take things as a standalone event. If you come here and you visit the Rancho and we've had a good relationship, I don't have any issue with that. Okay. I've had a lot of guests on the Rancho over the years, and Chris was remarkably a standout for being remarkably helpful to me, and a generally good spirit of things that we did here, and certainly taking him over to see the Pacific Ocean for the first time and putting that video together was good. So he's always welcome to come back here, and I've already expressed that to him on the phone. So I had a hip replacement 12 years ago. For it's definitely painful and one heck of a recovery time. Well, Rachella, how are you? How have you recovered now? Thank you, Wade Bowen. Um, I don't know. Baker Boys is coming here a few times. Yeah, Seattle Judy said it's good to hear the second shot unpleasant reaction was short lived. It's exactly what they said it would be. You guys remember when I got my first dose on January 25th of this year? I had nothing except the tenderness always associated with shots in the upper arm, the shoulder area. Okay, nothing, man, just a little pain. And they tell you that's just training wheels, right? That's the little starter dose that you're going to get the first time out. And then you go back within the period they prescribe to you be back there. And then they load up the big hitter, man. And that's what you get, the big hitter. And it's good if you have a response. That means your body is developing the fighter power to carry you through anything. So that's exactly what you want. Take some acetaminophen, Tylenol, stay away from bufferins and aspirins and anti-inflammatories. Okay, just make sure to follow yours on. That was weird. On my end, you kept repeating the same sentence over and over. Keep repeating the same sentence over and over. Keep repeating the same sentence. Jiro, how are you? I'm good. I had a hip and knee replacement done. It hurts arthritis, but they say it only lasts 50. I'm due for another one soon. Well, you might be, yeah. Jody said you always expected the. Hey, Nikki, you always expected the second dose to be worse because, in my opinion, the first dose is to just see if you're going to have any real negative reaction to the vaccine by giving you a little itty bit of the joy juice, okay? And then when you come back and you're still alive and you're smiling and you're sitting in the chair and boom, and they hit you with the big dose. Hey Vern, how you doing tonight? Good to see you. I scared you, huh? Rachella sound like she went through hell too, huh? I walked this one out till the screws fall out. I like that. Don't tell me these gals in the Boyd aren't the toughest broads on YouTube. Okay, don't try to tell me. Mark Terry, I know you agree with me. There's Molasses Cookie. How you doing? What's going on, Molasses? I got a notification today that you blew your motor or something like that. I hope it's not something too serious. I hope everything works out for you. I received a message today. So, how do you get notified for the second dose? Let me tell you, super day day. First time you go in, you need to have a scheduled appointment. At least this point in time. Go through the process. You get issued your COVID-19 passport. Before you leave there, you've already entered your email information. You've taken a survey about things and this and that, about the process. Was it okay? About things we can do to improve it. And then they're automatically going to give you a choice of 10, 20 slots over one or two, 3 day period where you can book your next appointment. They will immediately send a confirmation to you of that date, time, and place to be there. And 2 nights beforehand, you will get a email reminding you or a text message reminding you about your appointment. Was going to replace it, but 2 week wait in Oklahoma. Yeah, I'm feeling good, Valerie. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Well, what exactly, hi Kimberly, what exactly happened to the motor, Molasses? Did they tell you? Oh, you bought a Honda Pilot. Well, that solves that. Okay, man. Honda Pilot, that's a nice rig, right? That's like yeah, it's cool. The Honda Pilot's pretty cool. Yeah, all right. Hi, Jennifer N. Well, you look ready to get back to all. Yeah, I'm ready to get back to work. What year is the, if you don't mind me asking, Melissa, what year the Honda Pilot is? I'm just curious. The engine seized, huh? Must have overheated. Debbie Lynn, how you doing, sweetheart? Good to see you. Debbie Lynn, I caught one of her videos yesterday. She was playing some music. I enjoyed that very much. So I think how many miles does the Honda have on it? Because they're good for about 250,000 miles. I feel chipper, Jennifer. You know why? Because I know I'm going to sleep good tonight. Last night was like some type of Indian sweat tent event, right? Where people were beating me and sweating me next to a high fire and everything else. So I'm feeling okay. Oh, 2007, that's 2011, that's not too bad. Yep, Mark Terry, the leader of the toy. That's it. Mark, 100,000 miles is good. Good deal. That's good for a Honda. That's right in the wheelhouse. Congratulations to you, Molasses Cookie. I think that's fantastic. I hope you get a lot of use out of that. Kia released the world's first SUV van called the Carnival. It has reclining seats with leg rests. Carnival. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of Carnival? Clowns. Let's just say it, man. Thank you, Vicky. All right, take care, JK. Give Melanie, give Harmony a big hug for me. I don't know. The Carnival may not be my. It evokes memories of the AMC Gremlin. Remember them? Good price too. That's good. Well, if you're buying it out in Oklahoma, you're probably gonna get a pretty good price. Vern says, "Good staying out of the cold." Awesome. That's good. Yeah, I'm not sure if I like the name Carnival. Right? I just think of the Midway and ring tossing on Coke bottles and things like that from the back of it. Strange name, but it's pretty cool. It looks like a Ford Explorer with siding slide doors. That's pretty cool. It sounds all right. Clowns was not my. What was your first thought, Archimedes girl? What was your first thought about when you heard that name? Do you remember the Gremlins and the Pintos and what was the other AMC vehicle that looked like a fishbowl, like Pacer? Was that it? The AMC Pacer with the big glass windows and I mean, shit, you'd be out on a date. You couldn't do anything naughty in that thing. You're sitting in a fishbowl, right? With that funnel cake is, oh man. Mark Terry, God darn, you and that sweet tooth. You know what I'm saying? All I see Mark Terry, I go in and I'm lurking in his hangouts. And Mark Terry, yeah, I just ate this, and I got a real sweet tooth, and I'm eating that now. And here's Mark Terry with the damn Carnival funnel cakes. Let me tell you something, Mark Terry. Let's say you have a 5-day fair and the old funnel cake dude shows up at the thing. It's okay to get him day one. It's okay to get him day two. Might be okay on day three, brother. But let me tell you, that oil starts to get a little old, right? And those things come out brown and nasty and oil soaked. Ain't no amount of confectioner's sugar gonna cover that crap, huh? Remember, Mark Terry, we got to watch our figures, right? Swimsuit season is coming. Rhonda says, my first thought it was a carny person's camper van. I don't know. Silverado diesel dually, and my daughter bought me well, that's really nice, Judy. God. Didn't, don't know what I'm going to get for my official retirement. I don't know. Hey, Hector, how are you? Think of cotton candy. My first vehicle was a green Pacer. My first vehicle was a 1951 Chrysler Crown Victoria, Chrysler Imperial Crown Victoria. One of the very first Chrysler Hemi engines. The firepower with the deep porcelain or ceramic spark plug thing. That thing was a hell of a beast. 5,000 pounds. The Kia Carnivals on YouTube, they started selling it in Korea. I don't know. Hood ornament. There you go, Jody. AMC Hornet. Yeah, all of them. Right? Didn't, the hell's the hell's his name? He ran for president of Republic. Mitt Romney. Wasn't he an executive at AMC or something like that? I don't know. First through a 67 baby blue convertible. That's a nice starter car, Susie. A Honda Accord. I thought that the Accords were pretty good. I have a video on my channel. The very first Honda that was sold in the United States was sold. The very first dealership in the United States was Manley Honda here in Santa Rosa, and they have done a video. The very first Honda that was sold. It's kind of cool. It was a piece of shit. What I like is those big ass Buick. The hell's that? God, I can't even remember the name of it. I don't know what the hell it's called. The big ass Buick from the mid 90s, early 2000s. I can't remember what the Roadmaster. Yeah, I really like them. And I had a 92 Chevy Caprice Classic that was beautiful, man. That thing just floated down the road. It was like riding down the road on your damn lazy boy sofa or chair going down the road. You couldn't feel a damn thing on the road. Those were the days of the 120-inch wheelbase, and I felt so much of that car that I shipped that bastard to Hawaii to have it over there. Paid Matson Navigation $1,500 or something to ship it there, and paid to have it returned. I love that Bobcat, almost like the Pinto. Oh my God, Joni, the Chevy Chevette. Oh, that was like the Chevy Vega. Oh shit. You ever notice you don't see any of Ford Granada, you don't see any Pintos, you don't see any Vegas? I think the government just secretly in the night went around and just pulled them and put them in a crusher or whatever. I mean, my God. Hi, Missy. How are you? EJ, I'm doing a lot better tonight. Wow, Rhonda, my first car was 85 Corvette for your 16th birthday but I didn't purchase it. I only carried one friend. Wow. God. I told my old man, I'd love to have a car. Well, there's plenty of lawns to be cut out there and work to be done out there. Make sure to show me when you get it, whatever the hell you buy and all that. Dodge Volare, Cantare, 71 Delta. Let me tell you what, Debbie Lynn, I also had probably the best car I ever had for smoothies. 71 Olds Cutlass Supreme with a Landau roof, and that thing had the 350 rocket in it, and that car was so sweet. And I sold it for my brother, and he ran that thing up to 287,000 miles before he ran off the side of a quarry and went down like 150 feet. He actually asked the tow truck guy who towed it to the I don't know where they are. He said, "Do you think we can fix it?" This thing looked like a crushed soda can, right? He was standing there weeping, right? When can we rebuild it? Really? Honda Prelude. That's nice. Went in the bead shop not too long after getting a big old R, and you could hear it rip off. Wow. Yeah, the AMC Gremlin. Did you have a motorcycle wreck? I don't know. How you doing, Vanessa? Good to see you. My first 83 Dodge Aries. Yeah. That was about when, I think 1976 to the introduction of the K car. That was like, when the American car industry really bottomed out about right there, right? I mean, that was like, whoa. Hey, Lydia. How you doing? My dream car is Eleanor. I don't know what the hell's that. My Nissan Pulsar 2000. Then I had that. I told you guys the story. I had that '62 Chevy Biscayne, which had the slant six on it. I don't know. I think I paid like $26 for it or something like that, and it basically ran. And it was pretty solid, but the body it was some kind of puke champagne green or something like that. And I was dating the judge's daughter and, trying to get her to go out on a date. And I rolled up with that thing, and this judge was about 6 feet 6 inches tall. He was known in Baltimore City as a really tough, like Judge Robert Gerstein, and he was known as a really hanging judge, tough as hell on street thugs and crap like that. And I show up to pick up his daughter, and he kind of looks around. I'm 5'6". This guy's 6 feet 6, right? And he looks at that vehicle. She's like, "What are you driving? I'd like to know my daughter's safe." He looks at it and he sees that '62 Chevy all. And he slammed the door in my face, man. He did said, "Have a good night." He just left me damn cold right there. So I went and bought a can of forest green paint, and I took a paintbrush and I just painted the damn thing, man. I had like a $3.40 can of Rust-Oleum. I showed up the next week and said, "Yeah, it looks okay. It looks like an Earl Scheib job, better than Earl Scheib, right?" Lord Almighty. Yeah, college is important. Ever seen Gone in 60 Seconds? I sure have. Yep, back in Vegas, there was a lady had about 7 electric cars. I don't know why people collect them. It's not Jay Leno's garage, right? Um, my favorite car of all time is one that nobody's ever heard of. It's called a Doble, Doble, and Jay Leno has one in his garage. It's like a 1926 Doble, Doble, and it was just a really fantastic steam. It was like the very end of the line for steam cars, and it was pretty damn amazing with the torque and everything on direct drive, and pretty damn amazing. Oh, the Mustang, and yeah, I forgot all about that. Now you got me singing Volare. Whoa, Canto. What's up, Chef? 83Z Z28. Needed. It's like they talk about the Range Rover, right? Just drive it from the dealer to the junkyard. Save yourself all the intervening things. Mark Terry, did you have a motorcycle accident? There's always race cars in there. That was a race car. I slip towards grow. That's cool. That's cool. I remember the VW Scirocco. I always thought that the Carmen Gias were kind of cool, and I always kind of like the goofy Corvairs. I thought they were interesting. Looking cars. They were pretty cool. Yeah, rich Corinth. It's not just Corinthian leather. It's rich Corinthian leather. Back in the '70s, a man there he collected Edsels had a pasture full of them. Huh? Oh, okay. Edsel was supposed to be way ahead of its time, but it just suffered from a horse collar grill. It just didn't look good. My next car was a '69 Cutlass Supreme. What did you think of that? I had a '71 Cutlass Supreme, Jackie, and it was probably my favorite car of all time. No kidding. Yeah, Plymouth Reliant. I also liked the Barracudas when they came out. I think they were 68 or whatever, 66. I liked my sixth grade teacher back in 1968 or whatever. She had one of the first Cougars that had the sequential turn signal, which I thought was pretty cool, and it had the light covers that went down. She was a sharp gal from New York City. I had a severe one. I was almost died. It gave me brain death. I'm sorry to hear that, Mark. Yeah, this K car saved Chrysler. I remember buying Chrysler stock at $3 a share, and I actually wrote a letter to Lee Iacocca, and he wrote me back. Uh, just saying congratulations on finally turning a quarter. It had to be like 1980, 81. And I probably have it in all of my personal stuff in there. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, Mark Dodge, you started Jay drove steam car up to Mount Washington. Yeah, I just love that Doughboy. It was so, yeah, so many classics are gone forever. Good night, Elena. Thanks for coming in. Well, once in a while you got to have a car night, right? I know I started a little late tonight, but I'm feeling good. Dumpster Clips, how you doing tonight? Good to see you. My favorite car was a 77 Z, amazing handling for that time. I had a 68 Mustang that I got T-boned in that thing with, we were pulling out with my girlfriend and I got spun around on that. It was that cobalt blue with the white 289. It had the little stripe in the door. It was a nice car, but it was. I also had a 66 Thunderbird. I had all kinds of turkeys and things. Now, my biggest regret in life, you all have a regret at a thing you didn't buy. Back when I worked as an assistant maintenance man at an apartment complex, there was a couple cars that were, and this was an apartment complex that was built in the 1920s in Baltimore. And in the garage, there were two cars. Okay, there was like a 1952 Packard with the Swan. It was ugly as shit. Okay, it was the end of Packard, right? No styling, no nothing. But next to that was a Morgan Roadster. Now, at that time, I was only 15 or 16, whatever the hell I was, 15 or 16 years. I didn't appreciate. We didn't have the internet then. We didn't have anything to look up shit, okay? Evidently, this Morgan, they fashion a wooden frame and then they put the metal over top of it. And a Morgan is a pretty cool vehicle. And this thing was cherry because it sat in the garage for like 30, 40 years. Okay, the paint was perfect on it. And the owner wanted to sell those two for like $2,000. And number one, I could have probably borrowed the money, but he said it had to be a package deal where I had to buy the Packard and the Morgan Roadster. I should have just bought the Packard and just pushed it over a cliff or something and kept the Morgan. That was amazing. That was the one that's the one that got away. And if you've ever looked at a picture of a Morgan Roadster, they're pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool. And I know, Insane Chef, you know about Morgan Roadsters and things like that. Yeah. I regret not buying 442. Oh, nice. 442. Great. I tell you, I was one of those people that was sad when the Oldsmobile badge went away. Right. I thought Olds had some, being a step right below Cadillac, I thought that they built some of the best shit that GM produced. The Oldsmobile line I thought was always pretty much bulletproof through the years. That's a great. Hey, Maurice, how are you? Good to see you. Third Hyundai. They always cover any issues. Isn't it pretty standard now? You're going to get a 100,000-mile powertrain warranty or whatever. I don't really think they can sell a vehicle without that, right? 3 year or 100,000, whatever the hell it is. I don't know. Just seems to me that pretty much you're going to get a really good warranty, but don't buy third-party warranties. They're a waste. KD says, my favorite car was cherry red IROC Z38 Camaro that had a custom design on a name for the Tweetmobile in reference to the Tweety Bird. Love to race her. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the future is all electric, so get ready for the torque, right? Olds Aurora was the last car that they put effort in. I agree, Rick, but I was a little saddened by the disappearance of the Oldsmobile badge. I was very disappointed. I didn't care too much when Plymouth disappeared. with the great consolidation of the 90s or whatever. But I thought Oldsmobile was always a pretty damn solid car line. Hi, Ginger. I used to steal, Mark Terry says, I used to steal my dad's new cars when I was about 10, 12. I've totaled two and ruined another in a flood. God darn. Mark Terry, hi German lady, how you doing, cutie? Mark Terry, you seem so calm and mild mannered. Who in the hell can the world can imagine Mark Terry, who you imagine is an Eagle Scout or something like that? I promise to do my duty, right? Mark Terry doesn't seem like the kind of person to. I'm not saying. Well, I'm just saying you seem to be a. Uh, this kind of an easygoing guy who wouldn't really get into too much shenanigans and all that. Oldsmobiles were fantastic. I always liked the molasses cookies. I thought the builds were good. I thought they had some of the best design people. Remember, we got down, Cadillac got so bad, and I think Cadillac builds great vehicles right now. But remember the Cadillac Cimarron? I mean, what the hell was that? Right? What the hell was that trying to be? A Cadillac Cimarron. Every one of those, every division just had its absolute freaking low point, and I think the Cadillac Cimarron or whatever was it. Yeah, even the car manufacturers. Mark Dodge, we've got the biggest Safeway facility in the United States out in Pleasanton, California. And as you ride along 580 there, I've often put it in my cinematic sunrise in the Central Valley videos. They have two enormous wind turbines there, and it's a huge operation with hundreds of truck loading docks. They got their own dairy processing facility. They got everything out there, okay? And I think half of that power comes from two big, gigantic wind turbines out there. So, yeah. My first car was Olds 88, made in 92, and it had no paint. I can't imagine you as a hellion kid. I don't see it. I used to have some cool cars, but lost interest. Care more. Yeah, that's it. Rather than spending cash. Hi, Tim. Kim. Hi, Kim. How you doing, sweetie pie? What do you think German lady drives? Let's think. Thank you. If you haven't joined my Discord, please join my Discord. It's going to probably take a year or so till we get that up to some reasonable speed. Let's think of don't tell us, German lady. What do we think the German lady's a pretty sharp gal, right? She's a pretty high stepping kind of gal. And it's easy to go for the low-hanging fruit of a BMW or a Benz, but for some reason, I don't know. I kind of peg German ladies maybe driving an Audi or something like that. I don't know. Let it go. How are you? The GMC Eagle. What's up, Marilyn Mike? How you doing? German lady walks. I ride 10-incher. Woo! Send pics. Hey, Sean. Take care, Mark Terry. Get some sleep over there. I know you never sleep, though. Yeah. Lexus. Yeah, you think she drives? I don't know if Lexus is in job. She drives a Volvo. I don't know. She drives a 10-incher. I heard. She drives a Mercedes. Yeah, we never really asked her what she drove before. I'm not going to dox you out on your car, German lady. That does get if I had StreamYards, I'd highlight that as a comment. I ride a 10-incher. That's all. That's awesome. I bet you do. I'll bet you're a hell of a jockey, honey. That's all. You just got rid of your Volvo. Yeah, I'm feeling good. Tito, how you doing? I'm feeling better. Yeah, it was great to see the handsome Tito down in Las Vegas, and I can't wait to see Tito in LA. We're going to go back to Chinatown and do some drinking and make sure our old buddy gets the cans down there. So, Audi A4. People in Germany like Fords too, not too into German cars sometimes. I don't know. I don't know. BMW. Yeah, I figured it was either a Beamer, a Benz, or an Audi. I can't see her in a I can't picture German lady in a Ford. I don't know. Just can't see it. The Little Rascal is all you need. I want to get me a Little Rascal, but I'll call it Spanky. It's not, I've had it, it's paid off, but I really want to step up to a conversion van for a little more room, a little more over the road, you know, being able to boondock, and that'll be a lot more comfortable than Little Rascal. Jeep Grand Cherokee, that's cool. Ford Cortina was like a tank in bright orange. You know, I remember that. How you doing, Big Score? Best car I had was a Toyota Prius. Jesse Scott, how you doing? The problem, how many miles do you get out of a Prius before you have to change the battery? And isn't like the battery like 10 or 15 grand or something like that? That battery's like ultra expensive. I don't know. Indian is one of the hardest things to get. My mother had one and worked on. Yeah, the Indians were very popular, uh, and they're very highly collectible. You know, the 1910, 1906 Indians, they're pretty wild. You know, if you can find them, they're very valuable. Turbines failed us in the last snowstorm. Yeah, and yeah, I don't got a Tesla. Oh no! Hey Goldie, the first car I totaled was a Volvo. Do you know what you have to do to a Volvo? To that thing I like. That thing was like a tank. You drive a Nissan. Bobby has a Nissan truck. Yeah, it's really nice. Four doors, nice. Yeah, DeLorean would be nice. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Okay, 250,000 miles. Okay, you can get the battery done for 2K. Wow. Okay. Well, that's all right. You know, I think Toyota always builds good quality. Which one of you drives the smart car? What do they call it? Rolling death on wheels, right? You're going down that two-lane highway. Trucker and his Peterbilt's like, I didn't even see the little fucking thing on the road. I thought I had a bug on the windshield, right? Oh, man. Cherokee Nation is now angry at Jeep. I don't know. I mean, where do you draw the line on all that stuff? Hey, our pets and us, how you doing? You had a picture of your grandpa on an Indian motorcycle in the 20s. Well, I remember I would watch. Hey, Nicole, how you doing? Good to see you. Much love to you, too. When I used to watch American Pickers when I had cable, I enjoyed the times that they would find an Indian motorcycle or a partial Indian motorcycle, even more than a knucklehead, the Harleys. But the Indians to me were always kind of cooler looking with the frame and stuff. They were kind of probably light, but they were pretty damn cool. I wish I had one. They are funny looking. Oh, like you doing a road trip? Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I don't know that myself. What do you do? DeLorean, he takes his. I don't think I've seen that guy Mirror down there. I don't think I've seen a DeLorean in quite a few years. I used to see a few of them around. It was a cool car, but it just, the era, the market was not good. It was not easy to raise capital at that time. And John DeLorean was more of a designer and less of a business person, right? And yeah, I think that was the problem with that. Yeah, the Japanese make good automobiles, but Americans are making very good automobiles now too, thanks to the competition from Japan. It forced them to lift their game, which they've done. They've become builders of world-class vehicles now. An electric blue Subaru. Noises. My dad had an Indian Quinny. That's cool. That's really cool. I'd love to have one. And I don't know if I'd ride it, but that'd be pretty damn cool. Oh, couldn't sleep. I'm lucky or lucky. I got a very late start tonight. I apologize. I went into work for a while to make some money tonight. The wild one, right? The new Mustang SUV Mach-E gets 380 miles per charge. How do you travel? I mean, is not the engines, but I don't know, Mark Dodge. I thought electric cars were sold on the premise of urban commuting and things like that. The Prius has gas and electric, right? So, Kev TV, my friend in LA, he has a Prius and does just fine in it. So, smart car is actually an okay car. I think it looks a little unsafe to me, a smart car. I guess if you don't take it on the highway, I do sometimes cringe when I see smart cars on the highways and things. Um, I don't think they're survivable in an accident. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, God bless your dad there, Missy. Yeah, let it go. Who knew we'd have car night tonight? It should be a wise car. Did you get wellness checked? I just know. No, I had to come live before I did get wellness checked, right? No. Should I not put that on? Then that's going to drive people crazy. Now it's going to lose me 15 subscribers overnight, right? Right? No, I thought it'd be a funny title because I didn't. I knew people were worried about me because I was really feeling funky. But I'm feeling right up to snuff again, and I'm excited. If you ever get the chance, check out the Elliott Museum. They have an amazing car and motorcycle and boat collection. That's cool. Harry's in Reno is supposed to have a fantastic collection over there too. Prius plug-in batteries last longer. Molasses cookies. You keeping it clean over there, huh? Keeping it clean? Yeah, I figured I better just call a wellness check on myself and just show up here tonight. I saw some smart car crash tests. You would be surprised. I probably would be. I don't know. Uh-oh. Well, I had to get you in here somehow, molasses cookies. We love your live streams, Rosie. It's a lot of fun. We lately started doing. Oh well, thank you. I appreciate it. I just come on in bullshit and stuff. You never know what we're going to talk about. It's just an open little late night jive in here, and I'm having a good time. I don't like feeling. I don't ever get sick. I mean, honest to God, I never missed a day of work, and I never missed a day of school in my life. So it's very unusual for me to feel funky. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I like to be chipper and always in motion. And I had to take it real damn easy today. Let's see, you have to be careful of electric cars in the cold weather because also the batteries are a landfill nightmare. I guess they do. Thank you, Bunny Boo. Bunny Boo, good to see you, honey. Thank you. They don't call her Sweet Molasses for nothing. German lady. Damn. You should be writing for the Tonight Show, right? I like I enjoy I'm not into hot rods. I am into antique cars. I do enjoy the antique car show every Father's Day here at the main park in town. We have a automobile show, an antique. They do have rods and things like that. And I've done quite a few videos over the years of some cinematic of those shows, but I really enjoyed looking at particularly cars from the 1920s and 30s. That's really my wheelhouse of interest right there. I think that was really the heyday of all out glamour and build, and you had V16 Cadillac V16s with what 140-inch wheelbase, these monsters. Isoda, Francesa, all these fancy dancy ass cars, Duesenbergs and Cords and all that kind of crap. Heavier cars are more dangerous. Yeah, probably true, C. Robbins. I got no idea. Thank God. Sweater, I should say your hoodie. Yeah, I'm in my basic black tonight. I'm glad you seem to feel better after you see you looked like it wiped you. It did wipe me out. I was very out of my element for, 12, 15 hours, Nicole. But at least I knew it was coming, so I didn't, when I popped a couple of acetaminophen because I did have a pretty bad headache. And that pretty much took that away. I mean, you're not going to really probably sleep comfortably that first night, but like I say, by 4 o'clock, I'm good to go for work today, and went in till about 9 o'clock tonight, earn a few bucks. Now, with the boss's delay of the, waiting for the tall guys to finish, I probably won't go down there until Sunday or so, but I don't want to waste too much time sitting around. I want to get on the project, but we're really held up until the tall guy gets in there and does his thing. I live in Cali. The Indian motorcycle car beaters, when it went out, they would use a car's carburetor. It's pretty cool. I Joey D says, I saw a smart car trying to cross the Sierra Mountains. I don't know if it made it. That's like the old days of like the, God, only one time I had to go to summer school in 6th grade because I dicked off. I don't even remember what the hell it was. I was really a bad class clown and shit in grade school, and a couple of them from the school had to go to summer school. And I remember some girl in my class's dad had like a 66 Saab or something like that. And it was only like, there were a couple of hills in Baltimore, and I just remember this thing just could hardly make it to the top of the damn hill. It was like so underpowered. Do they even make a Saab anymore? I don't know. Yeah, that's cool. Nicole says, I slept all day and night. That second day it wiped me out that much I couldn't stay awake. I couldn't sleep. I was in too much discomfort to sleep. So I'm feeling human again, Fetish. Thank you. Yeah, Jennifer said the Edison Ford Museum in Fort Myers is fun too. My favorite Florida attraction. I'd have to say the Henry Ford Museum in Dearborn, Michigan is a must-see. And also, if you ever get to Washington, D.C., you really have to go to the Smithsonian and a lot of the places there. They're all free admission. So many of the great places there, the National Archives, they got a fantastic Holocaust museum. They've got the Museum of Natural, well, I think that's in Philadelphia. They got some great museums, Franklin Institute. But the Smithsonian is just fantastic, fantastic. Did you have fun on vacation? Yeah, I had a pretty good time. Yeah, I didn't get too bad after my second, but I have a high vitamin. I take vitamin D every day. I guess I was classed as normal reaction to that. Yeah, I can see you being a class clown. You're so funny. Well, I was always cutting up. I wouldn't stay in my seat, and I was always doing some kind of shenanigans, making my cat noise, and those kind of things in class. Yeah, I'm feeling normal again. There, the Smithsonian's. Okay, see, Robin. Yeah, I almost went to Drexel University in Philadelphia because I went to an engineering high school and I was interested in mechanical engineering, and I almost ended up going to Drexel, right, which is up in Philadelphia there. Yeah, the college was all good. I'm amazing now. Yeah, I think everybody pulls out of that pretty good. That cat noise scared the chest. First time he did that live. That got me into a shitload of trouble in school, right? Had everybody scrambling to try to find the cat. I tell you, my first day, I don't know how I did it. First day of first grade, I think I did okay in kindergarten. I think that's the last time I ever took a nap in my life was in kindergarten. But I got to first grade, and it was a parochial school. And I got to school that first week, and after 2 days in first grade, I just packed my shit one day. Um, at lunchtime, I just got up from the damn lunch table and I just began to walk home. I just left, man. I just absolutely positively left the school grounds. Now, in first grade, I got no idea where in the hell I'm going or anything. I just a general natural inclination of north, east, south, west. I just took off, man. And hours later, here comes the janitor riding around, and my mother is like, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm just on shore leave, right? Uh, just wasn't a good scene for me. I just wanted to enjoy it. I've slept since 1856. I'm not much of a sleeper, hey Tess? Yeah, I'm glad Nicole's feeling better. I followed her journey too. And if you haven't subbed up to her channel, it's a very mellow channel. Make sure to check it out. She is on her way to being a culinary artiste, which is nice. It's one thing to be a cook, it's another thing to be trained in the culinary arts. And that is something that I always hoped that she would pursue, that she is full bore on pursuing now. And it's not just getting in the kitchen and fucking around with ingredients, pardon me for saying, but Gordon Ramsay would say it. Right? It's also a lot of book learning and a lot of book knowledge too on that. Tess is like, hell, I took a nap today. I feel like I miss something when I sleep, right? I should be doing something, right? The Car and Motorcycle Museum, Balboa Park in San Diego. Well, I'll be down in San Diego. So I never even knew that there was a shit. I know Balboa Park like the back of my hand with the Spreckles organ and all that stuff. I don't know. I was a rebel. I was chooching, man. My mother's like, "What the hell you were you think?" I just didn't like it. I just didn't like it. Like something out of Goodfellas. Yeah, I didn't like it. I just packed my shit and headed out. Right. do 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 do. Yes, I do. I've been on estrogen since God, just steady on 2011 or so. So, what's your name? Why don't you look at my channel name there? As good as a moment TV for us. Pleasure to do the same. Choose to Ellen Kensington with Rosie. There we go. It would be an ad. I was a rebel with a cause. It'd be fun as hell to see Philadelphia with you, Goldie. That would be absolutely fantastic. So, and Goldie's one of those heroes of the pandemic that never missed a beat, and very deeply involved in training and health services and point of delivery for testing and other things for COVID-19. So, Goldie, it never escaped my notice, and I just want to give you a personal shout out for all the tireless work you did and all the risks you took, and all the driving around you did. I know you're a trainer of people and teach people how to do stuff, but I have a lot of admiration for the for what you have done and the service that you rendered during the pandemic. Well, thank you, Ivan. Good to see you. Okay, take care, Nicole. Go fucking learn something. Go cook something. You like, oh, for fuck's sake, Rosie, we haven't even, we're all in books and stuff, right? You were on, no, I was never to Santa Rosa Fire Department, no. That's cool. Thank goodness for mechanical, architecture, and electronics for me. Hands-on kept me in high school. I wish I could find our junior year in high school. I always had drafting and mechanical drawing every damn year in high school, along with machine shop. I can still step up to an engine lathe and turn out screws and nuts and things like that. Hot metal forging, castings, sheet metal shop making rooftop ventilators. That's when you really learn something in high school and crap. Yeah, those were definitely the days. Yeah, yeah, definitely the days. Sherman, I don't know what the hell that means. So it's just a different. But um, yeah, I wish I could find my drawing. It's somewhere around of a cross section of a globe valve. Those valves that you turn for water and other things. That was like the peak of the art of mechanical drawing. I mean, we did cams and perspectives. I've showed you guys all that stuff from 1974 or whatever. I have all my crap from high school and everything. You were president of VICA. You take care, EJ. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming by. Yeah, definitely a Shiro. Yeah, shop courses. Yeah, good times. I mean, engineering laboratory, and I remember. I'm not even gonna. I'm not even gonna go down that road. It just makes me look like an asshole as usual. Why do you get two singles at In and Out rather than a double double? I don't know. Double double. My mouth isn't big enough for a double double. I guess would be the answer to that. I don't know. Um, I'm shit. I'll probably go there tomorrow night. You know, the problem is it's windy here tonight, where I'm supposed to have 60-mile-an-hour winds up in the hills and things. I'll probably be out. Chooching tomorrow or doing something. So I really don't know why I get it. It's just if I'm gonna get it protein style, it's probably too big to handle. I don't know. Um, Good question. I don't know. I mean, do you put the toilet paper to come off the top of the roll or the bottom of the roll? Janet likes it rolling off the top. I have it rolling off the bottom, right? Art nerd. It's always the arts that people enjoy most. Well, I can't say I ever really enjoyed because you got to remember the high school I went to almost ridiculously prided itself in a very demanding curriculum of engineering to the point it was you could skip your freshman year in college. Okay, I mean you were already doing freshman level stuff, and I don't know if enjoyment because I had to take electricity class, and electricity is just not fiddling around with batteries. I mean, you have to do the Ohm's law and applications, and I mean, it was some very, very, very difficult and demanding. You really could never really achieve a high grade. It was just they almost took some kind of pride in like it was the Marine Corps, and it's the high school that Alonzo Decker of Black and Decker, founder of Black and Decker, went to, and also H.L. Mencken, the great commentator of the 1920s and 30s. But I gotta honestly say, I never really enjoyed the high school experience. I didn't, you know. I mean, it was that it was all boys, one of the last public schools to be all boys, and it was just you had to wear a tie. It was just, you know, it's just these traditions were just brutal. That's what she said. Two-stall garage. Dream home instructor, nice. Depends if you have a cat for the toilet. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, okay, Vern. Take care. Yeah, gonna go out. Try to go out chooching tomorrow night. Roddy says 36 warm degrees at 1 a.m. in Sheboygan County, Wisconsin. I was president in the 70s. I ended up wireless network, and that's fantastic, Jennifer. That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. My passion was mechanical engineering. Hey, Double Shot. I told you guys before, I wanted to be the person that designed production lines where they're capping beer bottles, filling them, and all the, that type of solving problems like that, and mechanical problems and things like that. I hated high school. So I didn't have a lot of fun in high school. It was just always just keeping your head above water, right? And I got out of high school with like a C plus, C plus average. I mean, I had no problem in the rare English class we had, or but I hated French class. I hated everything, and it was just like this to just keep my head above water. And I thought to myself, shit, I'm not going to get into any, I'm not going to be able to get into any college at all. And at that time, you would communicate with admission offices, and you call the guy up thinking about applying, and well, what's your GPA? It's about a 2.5, maybe 2.8, something like that. Guy's like, whoa. Houston, we may have a problem. Then he asked me what high school I went to. And I told him, and he said, "Well, whoa, that's a whole different story there." But I didn't like how tradition bound it was, and it was just to the point of ridiculousness. You only had two choices. There were no electives. You could either pursue the engineering or the science option, uh, or you could take Spanish or French. There were the only two choices you ever had in high school. I mean, there was no electives. Everything was all core shit all the way. I didn't like that. Good night, Sherry. Yeah, no college. Thank goodness for Google. Yeah, it's good electronic certification. You had to wear dresses. We had to wear a tie. Um, I don't know. There was no human aspect to it. Nobody ever called you by your first. You always were by your last name all the time. It was just very. They almost tried to make it like a military thing, and it was just, it was just friggin' dehumanizing. There was never nobody ever smiled, or it was just weird. And I'd come home and watch TV shows about high school and high school shenanigans. Be like, God, where did I go wrong? Right? mm. Small town Midwest high school was a lot of fun. I don't know. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. But one thing that it helped me do was come out with a high degree of skill working with my hands, and also understanding mechanical challenges and electrical challenges. I mean, it had a lot of good practical stuff besides a good hardcore academic education, good core stuff. So I skipped high school and felt like a fish out of starting college with that experience. Well, Jody, you must be pretty damn brilliant. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. I showed you guys before my ninth grade. PS 233 had to go to junior high because they didn't have a freshman program at this high school. In what they called the B course, the standard college prep course. You couldn't come in until 10th grade. So I had ninth grade at PS 233. That was wild. It's where I had my first real love. Michelle Galindo, man. Beautiful. What a girl. I used to kind of snuggle up to her at the locker. Footloose on the riverbanks and back roads. All right, Riza, take care. Thanks for stopping in. Hey, Claire, how are you? Yeah, it was kind of dehumanizing. It was too tradition bound. There was just too much um, a slave to a system that developed in the 1880s. It turned out some fantastic engineers, brilliant engineers, but at what cost? You know, I don't know. I had run nuns in high school. They were tough. Yeah, they always. Yeah, I had nuns in elementary school, and yeah, they were pretty damn tough. They were pretty damn tough. They always seemed to relish the odd person that would get out of line a little bit for a little corrective action. Of course, we relished it too in the classroom. When somebody, usually me, would be in trouble, then we had a lot of yuck yucks and other shit. So, good night, Riza. All right, dumpster clips. I'm sorry I had a late start tonight. Oh, it's 11:50. I'm going to go for about 10 more minutes or so. I studied psych for a few years and loved it. I do enjoy, I think when I got to college and I started pursuing the same shit, like physics again and calculus, and I just, oh, this just sucks. I can't do this stuff for the rest of my life. I'm a tinkerer. Like I'm like a Wright brothers guy. The Wright brothers didn't go. You know, they studied the hell out of stuff on their own, right? Advanced mathematical formulas of lift and calculation. That's the kind of person I want to have to be on books every minute. And then I discovered philosophy, and that's something that I really took to. And my greatest decision I ever made in life was to major in philosophy in college. It really did teach me how to think, and I really appreciated that. But psych is fun too. Yeah, thank you, Deb G. I'm feeling awful good right now. Yeah, that's abusive. I got yanked out of my school desk, spanked by the nun, and then sat with my face toward the wall. How humiliating. Yeah. Hey, Oleg, Rosie's an engineer. I'm a tinkerer. Okay, I'm a tinkerer. Like I'm the kind of person that would sit down and develop a game like Mousetrap with all kinds of shit, balls running down and cages dropping and people going off diving boards. It's one of my favorite toys as a kid, the Gilbert erector sets and those kind of things. I love those things. You could build cranes and all kinds of crap. I love that. Moonchild, you seem to be an educated, I did okay, Moonchild. I wasn't any great shakes, but college was like a relief to me to get to college. I was around women again, and you know, it was just this. I'm a very social person, and my high school just totally cut off sociability, right? I mean, there was a girls' high school right next door. We shared the auditorium, but you know, no guy wanted to be caught dead with a girl from that school, right? So your choices in dating, you know, is very difficult. And I enjoy being a very social, outgoing person, and I had to basically suck it up for 3 years that I just didn't like. For that aspect alone, socialization is very important in high school. I think it's very important to adjust to, you know, the opposite sex and all talk to the social activities of clubs and I mean we had dances and crap, but right. Hey, Nocturnal, how are you? You should see if you can get into the free U of Penn philosophy classes. I think I got all the philosophy I needed to get. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed political science. I had a double major, philosophy and political science with a minor. I loved history. United States history was a passion. I mean, you definitely want me on your, if we're going to be playing um, Trivial Pursuit, you definitely want me on your team. Okay? Yeah, Rube Goldberg. The Trap of Doom. That's it. I'm feeling so much better tonight, double shot. I'm feeling like 100 friggin%. Uh, Last night was very unusual to feel kind of poorly. That's an alien to me. But I've got my vaccine series is done, and I'm feeling great. Um, oh well, thank you, Jody. You're awful sweet. How you go? I went to an all-girls high school too. Yeah, my sister did. My mother did. It was kind of they went to a Catholic high. I went to a public high school. Um, but that to me, the social aspects of school were important too, and all that kind of thing. Jody, don't worry about your typos. I feel bad for highs stuck at home in their pandemic phones, no socialization. I'm waiting for Rose to start. Welcome to Chooch, of course. I'll never forget. I was Nicole a couple weeks ago. She's like, "Oh, I think I'm gonna need a bloody selfie stick out here," and I'm thinking, "Okay, all right." Well, it finally came to pass because way back when I was one of the first people on planet Earth to be out there with a selfie stick with a camera, Nicole really enjoyed busting my balls on carrying. I would never carry a bloody selfie stick out there. Now everybody's mother's walking around with selfie sticks. I was doing selfie sticks before it was cool, right? Yeah, PTE, good for you. Good on you. I know you did a video about the various things that you've done and make sure you sub up to P2E, a journeyman electrician. That's awesome. So, high school was huge and diverse. Lady, I'm glad to have met kids, different races, choices. Yeah, my high school was huge too. Um, Parents sided. My parents always sided with the nuns. They could do no wrong. All right, let's be real. Right. But you say but there. I mean, there's just the teachers. If the teacher said something, that was it. And it'd be like Homer Simpson. My mom and dad would get home from teacher conference. Oh, you little. Oh, you little bastard. I just had a conference with your teacher. Really? Really? I wrote down a list of things the interesting things that we discussed. Right? Very interesting. Oh, let me get the belt. Do you ever share pictures? Yeah, I did. I showed my high school picture. I showed my ninth grade yearbook. I've shown tons of stuff over it. I'm not offended by that. I'm not. I enjoy my male side. I enjoy my female side. So I've shared a lot. I don't get offended with anything like that. Aggressions. It didn't. Yeah, Patricia, I can see that. Yeah, I have three of them now. Nicole loves the selfie stick. Yeah, I was doing selfie sticks before selfie sticks were cool. Let's be real. Okay? When people on the street would be like, what the hell is that? What? My breast is this? No, what are you carrying in front of you there? Really? Jade School, it was great to see Mike Rowe endorse. Yeah, just think of what we lost P2E now, where we have such a shortage of skilled craftspeople, tile setters, people that can point and set a brick and point and repoint bricks and things and do carpentry and repair and electronic. I mean, it's pretty damn bad. I didn't like high school at all. I couldn't stand it. It was like Marine Corps for 3 years. No, you were funny back then. That was cool. Yeah, thank you, Sharon. I enjoy both sides too, and confusing to people. But am I happy? Yes, I'd say I'm very happy. Hey, if you haven't hit the thumbs up button tonight, it's been a good impromptu chat. I had a good time tonight. I'm feeling good. I'm gonna get the hell out of here now and get some sleep and rest. And I will see you guys tomorrow. To my wonderful moderators, thank you for everybody that came in tonight. Thank you for a very, very fun chat tonight. I really enjoyed it. Picked my spirits right up. Yeah, I've stopped trying to understand how Rosie, I figure as long as she's happy, who cares? Remember, Rosie's always cutting new ground. And I'm never a round peg to fit into a square hole. Okay? So, thank you, Judy and Jody and Joe and Scottish. Good night, sweetheart. And everybody else, Nocturnal, Josh, everybody else. Thank you so well, Nicole. Good to see you, Tess. I can't believe you're back, honey. You give me shivers up my spine when I see you in the chat. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. And